How we doing, people? How we doing? Hashtag positivity for life. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, get the camera cleaned up. Know what it is? When I'm up early, which always me Toria, I'm always like up by the woods and that, and obviously hands get dirty in the mud, going up the hills and whatnot, and it becomes you dropping your phone and stuff like that. So that's why the camera ain't the best. But I've came home, got cheese and that, had my meal. The missus is away at the shop getting rolls and that. So it's all good. I hope you've had a fantastic wait a minute. Had a wee snooze when I got back. Had a wee snooze when I got back in. And then got up obviously and had shit to do, people to see and that. So it's all good guys. We're on the second day of the 21-day programme, which is I'm finding it really enjoyable. The last thing anybody needs in their life is negativity. Now, freedom of speech and all that, we get that. But we are trying to get places in our lives, and we are getting places, and I hope you all also are also getting places. Sorry. As I said, we got up early, we were out, went for something to eat. Never really slept well last night. We got up early, we were out, we went up by Birkhill Cemetery way, and there's hills, mud hills that you run up. So Tory had done half of the work that I was doing obviously. We came back black, which was no bad. Terrible conditions, but really positive. The programme, church tomorrow, which is absolutely cannot wait. I enjoy church so much. It's just like the interaction with other people. 2 seconds, guys. The interaction with other people and stuff like that. And it's also good for your soul, your mind, and your body because you're talking to these kind of people, guys, and they've never ever got a bad thing to say about anybody. It's all smiles and happiness and whatnot. I mean, I've had a wee look through YouTube. We've tried to come away from even watching television, even music and that. But listen, it is what it is. I'm not getting sucked by it into negativity. I don't care about people's opinions. I never have cared about people's opinions. I'm not interested in people's opinions. All I'm concerned about is being the better me, the missus being the better version of ourselves, and that's just the way it's going to go. I mean, I've saw all the stuff on YouTube, a certain person getting clickbaited, going back to his old ways, which is pretty sad to see. Doesn't matter what kind of guy they are or what they've done in their past, it's nothing to do with me, I'm not the police, I'm a god man, but it's all starting again, but I'm not involved in any of that maniaca, so I'm speaking the way I speak in real life, and that's just, listen, trying my best to be the best version of myself, and I hope you should also do the same. There's a lot of negativity going on in the world, guys, a lot. I mean, there's wars going on as we're speaking. It's just, I don't know, you just get the same feeling in your neighbourhood, but once upon a time I remember neighbours' doors were open and bikes were left outside, and see when you go out, you've got to be conditioned and to condition yourself for this new generation, i.e. the tech, the handsets and whatnot with COVID. Now I'm not a big conspiracy theorist and that just want to take us down a rabbit hole, but my opinion and my philosophy is that COVID was obviously man-made. Now, the reason why I say that's just my opinion, is because while this was all kicking off, etc., and you see it on BBC News, mainstream media, that talk absolutely pony. Now, I don't speak in a bad terminology for this programme. I've always been a nice spoken, well polite mannered man, gentleman. I always had the door open for the woman, the lady, the servant, the old man. I love pensioners, and I used to be obsessed with pensioners. I told Tori this. I was a bit mad. I used to go to this home with my granny, God rest her soul, and my auntie every Thursday and Tuesday. And we used to go up to see my great auntie Mary. And I remember I used to buy loads of sweeties. I was only a wee boy, and there was people in this care home. We used to get the bus down beside the bus station, not at the bus station, across. And this bus used to take us, and I used to love it. This was like I was a kid, and this was like Christmas Day to me. I could not sleep the night before, knowing that I'm going to this old folks home with my grand and auntie to see my auntie Mary. And I became part of the family, believe it or not. And I remember because I had ADHD and that, I would go and just branch out on my own. And there was a pool table and that, and I was telling Tori the story like on numerous like times and occasions that there was people that didn't get visitors. So obviously, a young boy, I've clicked onto this, and I used to go and see my auntie Mary, with my granny, God rest her soul, my auntie, God rest her souls, and I used to get pocket money. And what I used to do with that pocket money was think about that there OAPs that never had family members. So I'm only a wee boy at this time. So I'm in the sweetie shop getting loads of sweeties at the bus station, and I used to go up to this care home and see my auntie, but I couldn't help myself. I wanted to branch out, and the staff became pretty. Even the people in this care home knew who I was. Now, I was always with a man called John. He was about 62, and back in them days, guys, that was like a good number. Now, you're looking at 70-year-olds now, um, and they look like 60, 50, and that's unbelievable. So what I used to do was I used to go down the corridors and that, and Margaret, Mary, Peggy, whoever it may have been, and I used to take my wee bag with us, had a wee bag on, and I used to have my wee sweeties and that in it, and I used to go about with my own pocket money, and I knew, I used to be so infatuated with this. I used to sit and basically ask them for their life stories. Now, I'm only a kid myself, so I'm getting their life stories and going, John, I remember John. John was one of my favourites. He had his walking stick and his Zimmer. We used to play pool. And I used to like, oh, there's a wee chap, like other OAPs in this care home. And I used to take them all sweeties and chocolate off my own pocket money. And as a kid, I was absolutely obsessed with pensioners. And I used to, my mum was telling Tori, I used to always stop, like, I'm going off subject, we'll go back. I used to always say to my mum, Mummy, how was he got that stick? How was he old? And I don't know what it was. I think it's a heart I've got. So I used to go up to this care home on a Tuesday and Thursday to see my great auntie that sadly passed away. And this care home was absolutely, the vibes you got for it, the smells, it was absolutely great. So I became very close with other OAPs because they never had families, etc., etc. I was their family. So this was happening for about 2 to 3, 4 years as I got, then I started committing. But in them amount of years and time that I was going up to this home, I knew everyone. I mean, I would be up there for 2 3 to my granny, Margaret, listen, he's okay, blah blah blah. I used to see my auntie and make sure she was okay and whatever, and leave my granny and my other auntie with my auntie and go and see these other pensioners. And I used to play pool with John. He's passed away now, obviously, but not that I've been told, but that he was 70 odd back then. So he's passed away. But I used to love it, and it was I swear, I became obsessed with old people. I don't know why. I don't know. Well, I know why now. Speaking about that, I was just a kind guy, and I used to cry on the way home. I used to say, Gran and Auntie, I won't say what Auntie, they've passed away. Why have they not got family members coming up to visit them? and they used to say, son, maybe they've passed away and blah blah blah. So I used to cry, and I had my favourites in this care home. And I was telling Toria, and I used to cry myself to sleep because I was wondering to myself, why the old people? I couldn't get my head around this. Why the old people and no one comes to visit them? So they could not wait for Tuesday and Thursday, these old people. And my granny used to say to my mum on the phone, oh, he's a little S when he goes up there. I can't get him, like, he starts crying. I want to move in the care home. Um, that's how gullible I was. I just want to stay here and look after the pensioners and that. I was only like 9, 10 when I first started. It was a great experience. Great that I interacted with the OAPs, that never had family members. And most of all, off my wee bit of pocket money, I used to, as I say, I used to go in the sweetie shop before we got the bus out to the place. And I used to go around my favourite people because this is when it just started becoming known to certain OAPs in this care home. So we'd have my favourites. John was my favourite. I remember a woman called, I won't say her name for family reasons, but anyway, we'll just say Mrs. A. I used to go and see her in her wee room. She was always in her bed. And I used to give her sweeties and stuff like that. I tried my hardest as a wee boy, but I was obsessed with just the human anatomy of the body. You're getting older, and I was only 9, 10, so I never really understood why I was so obsessed with going to this care home. But this care home is absolutely out of this world. I mean, the staff are top notch. The patients got well looked after. I mean, there was pool tables, snooker tables, there was a big garden, full of flowers, wee bird gardens and stuff like that. And it takes you back to your youth when you're in this mind frame. It takes you back, and you start to dwell on stuff and say, what if this and what if that and whatever. But that's my greatest memory of being a kid, going to this place. I used to love it. I became so close with some of the patients, and I remember when I was about 11, 2 years of doing this, I became a litter picker. So what I used to do was, the staff used to give us a wee visor, a yellow visor. You had the proper up men doing it. So I used to I thought it was working as a kid, but obviously they were kidding us on, as you do with kids. So I used to put my wee visor on, get my wee bin bag and my litter picker stick and go about and clean up. And I actually thought that I worked there as a kid. I thought that was my job. And I also thought my job was to also go up and visit my auntie, but to visit the other patients that never had family, and spend time. And I was obsessed with even them standing up with their walking stick and just every bit of human movement, even the ones in wheelchairs. There was this guy called Phil. He was in a wheelchair. He had one arm, and John says to us, that took us under his wing, he was 70 odd. He says to us, the man in the wheelchair will play you pool. But I went, how have you only got one arm? A bit disrespectful, but I was a kid and I couldn't get my head around all these things and that. It's before you learn about like amputees and stuff like that. And this guy Phil, and I went, how could you play pool, sir? I must have said, Phil, you've only got one arm because I did ADHD and it was straightforward. How could you play pool with one arm? You're in a wheelchair. Well, I'll kid you not. I was good at pool. I've always had a pool table at my house. It's all the way. My mates used to come at my house. I had a big pool table, all in the multis as well. Terry Nugent, I'll remember, he was in the chat once with Croscow. I always had a pool table. And in this place, this guy Phil, he had one arm, he was in a wheelchair. And John, the older man, that I thought in my head, these are all my family, right? And so I'm setting the balls and that up. And he's like, you break, son. So I broke. It was probably a crap break, to be honest with you. And he's got the cue with one hand. And he's like, boof. And he's clearing up. This guy's clearing up with one arm. In a wheelchair. Like the way I'm like that, with a stick, with a thingy. Boof. And I couldn't get my head around how good this guy was at pool for being in a wheelchair. And the sad reality of it is these people do not have family members. But I was a family member. Trust me, I became totally engrossed in this journey every Tuesday and Thursday, going to this care home. Absolutely loved it. And why am I speaking about this in particular thing is because part of the programme is to remind yourself of where you came from, what you enjoyed as a kid, outside of your hobbies, etc., etc. And that was one of the most memorable times of my life. Even though I was in and out of care, but the times that I was going to this home, it was great. It was fabulous. I met a lot of great people. Even the staff were great people. And the staff were absolutely amazing, to be honest with you. I even remember them. And I'm 34 now, and I'm going back, as I say, for the age of 9 and a bit, children's homes. And my granny and Auntie Lena took me as I was staying with my gran at the time through certain elements of what was going on and whatever. And this actually was keeping me out of bother and that, right, for a few years. Going to this care home to see my auntie. And I absolutely loved it. I loved mingling with them, I loved playing pool with them. I used to have my wee pocket money, as I say, on sweeties. I know, looking back, that wasn't the brightest thing to do because they're pensioners, but as I became engrossed in pensioners at a young age, male and female, just even people in wheelchairs. I was a bit too straightforward. I used to ask, why are you in this wheelchair? What happened? Why have you got one hand? But I was like a wee sponge that absorbed all this information for the pensioners. And I was only a kid obviously. And I think that's where I went back and readjusted in the last couple of days and made a reborn again, me and Victoria. And that's where the elements came in of looking after these pensioners. There's a man that I've showed you on video. I won't say his name, Mr. Salas. He's on video, the Pakistan man. He feeds the birds up at the park every morning. They go on his shidders. I think I've showed you the video, but not quite on his shidders, on his wee Zimmer frame, etc., etc. So what I've decided to do is get bird stuff for him. He's got a beautiful garden and that. He's not got a family. And help him build a wee bird sanctuary. That's what my goals want to be. I'm going to be going up to see him. He's up there every day, every morning at the back of 9. There's a lot of them that meet up there, the dog walkers, and they're all OAPs. I've got my mate Paul. He's 66. He looks about 50. He's got a big dog. Babe, what's that dog called he's got? A husky. A husky. He's got a husky. Margaret, big shout out Margaret. Margaret's 70 odd. Margaret's my friend's is granny. She's a terrific woman. She's went through addiction herself back in her younger days. She was an alcoholic. She's been clean 21 years. My mum's been clean off alcohol 18 and a bit. But I know her grandson's very well. Andrew and his brother. I won't say certain names, but Margaret is, I was going to say Mrs., but I won't say a certain name. Margaret is very, very, very intellectual for her age. She's very, very kind. Now, the sad thing about the story that I'm getting on to now is like, she was telling me her son was an ex-heroin addict. He got clean, got himself sorted. He was 36. I need to get the numbers right, 36, 42, so 7 year clean. So yeah, 42, he was clean off heroin, 7 year, coming up for 7 year, the 7 year mark. Then automatically, he just started losing a lot of weight. I was just following with him. And he ended up with cancer, and it killed him within 3 to 4 months. Undiagnosed obviously at the time. So he's went for a health check that I've never done for years, a proper MOT, and it came back that he had cancer. Now he was a non-smoker, a non-drinker, and stuff like that. Now that gripped me, that story, because it was sitting thinking and speaking to Margaret about it. It was like, your son, who I knew of, but I know our grandkids very well. Actually, one of my best mates, Ian Gray's got a kid to the sister Cheryl, big shout out Cheryl, and I speak to Margaret quite frequently, to be honest with you, and I love Margaret, and I says to Tori, we're going to need to start getting myself involved and going up to the park with the dog walkers, because see the stories some of them tell you, it's fascinating. It's the best kind of people you want to be around. And as for church, the church of our chosen church, not the church we got married in, our chosen church, we go to that chosen church because it's full of OAPs, it's full of people that have been going there for 40, well you've heard it on camera, 30 to 40 to 50 odd years of these OAPs going to our church. There's no other young people apart from me and Tori, but the other church that we got married in, that's just OAPs as well. That's the kind of best churches for myself. I can't speak for other people, because I've been to churches where people in recovery, active users, are coming to church for a free cup of coffee, a biscuit. Do I blame them? Well, I'm not in that situation. I don't blame anyone. I can't blame anyone. It's God and Jesus Christ. But I go to these churches because the stories you get told, and also seeing a church, you never hear anybody moaning about bills, about mental health, about the kind of stuff we hear on a daily on the social media platforms. I've not got one social media platform on any of my devices apart from this channel. Ain't got Snapchat, ain't got Insta, ain't got Facebook. Tori's the same. When you're taking this very serious, this programme, the 21-day one, and also the side projects, you have to put your all into it. I watched a wee bit of telly last night, but my head's in the game too much. I'll show you the book that we're studying. Once again, the light inside, that there, and it's absolutely, it grips you. It makes sense, the kind of things that you're trying to make sense on your own, if that makes sense. The kind of questions that you would like to be answered and put forward, and why and how, and other substances attached to these things, and why and how is this and so on and so forth. So the light inside is one of the best books you'll find. I mean, now it's saying in this book, which knowledge, self-education, it's saying that Jesus Christ told and has said in this book, you must hate your family, you must hate your mother and father, you must hate your siblings, you must hate your loved ones. And I'm sitting going, Tori done her bit last night, and she educated me obviously, and I had to go back to the bit, and I was like, why is Jesus Christ telling people to hate their parents, etc., etc.? So I've not done too much due diligence into why, but what I am going to do is leave it for tomorrow, and I've marked the page, and I'm going to sit down and ask these people at the great church why Jesus wants you to hate your father, mother and siblings, neighbours, friends, etc., etc., because I've never heard of that in my life until this book. This book is very powerful, very powerful. Now, getting back to myself, I've been on the phone to my doctors, etc., etc. I lost about a stone there, to be honest with you, but I'm putting it back on. Stress I used to think stress and depression was all made up, but I'll tell you something, stress is a real thing. Now, if you want to engage in negativity, negative comments, negative backlash, this ain't gonna work for you. I mean, the people on YouTube of today's society, and their campaign and their channels, what they're about, what they're for, what they're not for, is not for me, but what's for me is not for you guys, and vice versa. What's for Tori is not for me. We share opinions, we're divided with some things of this book, of the Bible, of the programme, but it's restart, reset and regrow. And as I keep saying, guys, it takes 21 days to break a recycle to create a new recycle. 21-day program is called. So that's what we have started doing. So this is the second day of restarting. We need to be born again because it broke rules. And I don't want to embarrass any of my members, i.e. Tory's family members. Sorry guys, I'm eating on camera. I don't usually eat on camera, but I need to eat because I'm hungry. So that's basically where we're going. And I'm not interested in the past, what people have said about us. I actually give a toss, and the politest of manner. I don't care about what people have got to say, people in comments. I look at every comment now, I'm shared, so I don't care. I'll admit to you, when I first came on the scene, every week daft like troll, or whatever they're called, fake account, troll account, they're human beings, but they may be having a sad life. So the best we could do is pray for these people. And that's what we're doing. But I believe that when I was born at the church, reborn, I've had it done twice, effed up both times, because when I just got born again there, effed up, because what did I do? I came on this platform and was getting ratty and whatever. That's never going to happen again. I'm going to be speaking like the way I speak, like a motivational speaker. And I've just looked, funny enough, before I came on, it came up straight away, view analytics. I tapped on it. Nearly 500,000 people have watched our stuff in the last 7 days. What was
Quarter of a million.
what was
No, sorry, yeah, you're right, over.
it? 3.2.
No, 345.2.
Yeah, 345.2. I'm bad being looking at the numbers, right? So 345.2 thousand analytics. It was like, holy crap, wow. So there is a big audience watching. And that's good, because like Scotty G, I've not heard from him, but I would like to get on the phone to Scotty G behind the scenes. Not that I'm any professional, but if Scotty G needs a wee bit of advice, I could give him advice, and I'm sure he could also give me advice. And I'm being a proper man about things. I mean, people go, could you still curse and swear, etc. when you're born again? Yes, you can. But is it working the program properly? I don't believe so. I'm being a man about this and admitting it. I've effed up. So I put my hands up, guys. I'm sorry to the loyal ones who came here for this kind of content. If you're here for drama, you're on the wrong page, guys. No drama on this channel. The StreamYard, the reason it's not up yet is because I've got guests, millions of guests, with beautiful inside stories, and it ain't going to be your same gangster stories and all that. No. You're giving people a platform to get their say across, because we need to take the stigma and the taboo away from the joy word and people that drink alcohol, you alcoholic, you junkie, you JK, all that does not bother me in the slightest. But I'll tell you, I've spoke to a lot of people, and it hurts other addicts that I speak to on the streets, homeless people, etc. Now, when you sit down with these people, guys, you should try it. If you've got a spare couple hours in your high street or town centre, please stop to this homeless guy and give him 6 minutes of your time. 6 minutes of your time, and you will feel like a new person. Giving, instead of always about you.
You don't need to give money, even just time.
That's it, babe. Would say that, babe? Sorry.
You don't even need to give money, just maybe a bit of time for them to speak to somebody. They've maybe not spoken to someone in days, weeks, I don't know. And time is, obviously they're hungry and stuff as well, but other people can't maybe afford to give change away and stuff like that, so even just speaking to them, I don't know.
On the fresh, what's that, babe?
Tropical.
On the tropical and that. Just having a wee breakfast, so.
A wee breakfast.
It's like old school.
Well, we've talked
I told them about my routine. Fell back asleep, but we're up early, went up, done house sprints up by Buck Hill Way. done my exercises and I came back home, done a bit of meditation, done a bit of studying, had something to eat, fell back asleep. Rough night, part of this programme. But I wasn't too sure if you'd watch a bit of television and a bit of music, but listen, it ain't going to happen anyway, is it? Ain't going to harm anybody, but it's harming me. And as long as I'm not harming any other person, human being, I'm okay. I could harm myself, but I ain't harming any. And even by me reacting to something, that's also hurting them, and it's hurting myself. And you've got to be total in selfish mode to succeed in this lifestyle, because 1 in 6,000 people with addiction problems succeed. That's a fact, true statistics. Me and Tori couldn't believe it when I done the research. 1 in 6,000 people. Well, I'm one of them. I mean, I've got cash, not a lot, but I'm saying I've got money on my table and whatever. Drugs do not enter this mind. I've reconditioned myself. And if you want to know why, I'll answer any questions. I'm not Mr. Know-it-all, but I'm Mr. Getting to where I need to be in life. What works for me may not work for you, but maybe a wee bit of advice through the frequencies could help each other, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here because I believe that I'm put here to spread my great message and to educate people that, as I say, ain't a teacher, I ain't a philosopher. I've got my own philosophy, my own way of thinking, and so is Tori. We don't agree with any point on everything, but it's great. It's good to have a wee divided family that agrees, disagrees, opinions, answers, and whatnot, and so on and so forth, because that's why you become a better person. If two were on the same page, we religion, we every single programme, then it would be born, because me and Tori have debates for 2-3 hours and check the time, and it's like 10 at night, and I'm like, wow, we start this at 6 o'clock, so it's very interesting. And what we also do is, at night time, we get a hot chocolate, take our medication, and do a bit of stargazing. And as I was saying last night, guys,
did anyone do it last night?
Did anyone do it last night? And if so, let me know what you saw in them skies. Ain't joking, being serious obviously. You'll see some weird stuff up in them skies. And I got my mind thinking, technology. Now, here's a fascinating story for you. There's a thing on YouTube. What you should do is type in, am I getting spied on through my phone device? And it tells you certain like hash, star hash, 100 hash, press your call button, you get your own phone number. But it's and then your IME number that the police get, star hash 16 hash call, and it comes up with a 16-digit number. Well, there's also star hash,
hash 21,
hash 21 hash, and whatever call, and it tells you if you're getting followed, stalked on these devices, which is madness. It's on YouTube actually, tutorials, and it tells you why and how and why you know. And that's why people have been finding out our every movement, and cars and taxis. We put it to the test, but it ain't putting on to the test. I'm at the test, I'm in the test right now speaking to you guys, because what the test is doing to me is making me
ill.
It was making me ill, but it's making me now see the world in a totally different light, and I'm walking in the light, guys. Music's always going to be my biggest thing. Writing music and that, I believe I'm one of the best, and I'm just spitting facts, one of the best at writing music. That's just a true fact. I believe.
I know, I forgot.
Oh, right. So in this household, guys, we don't swear, we don't curse. We're going back to the traditional roots. Pardon me. Give me 1 minute.
I don't know why you always say that when you...
You want to say good evening to the people?
Hi
Tori,
everybody, hope everybody's good. What's your weekend been up to so far?
do I do drugs? No, mate, not at all. No, get drug tested twice a week, mate, on a weekly basis. It's part of probation and part of the behavioral injection, mate,
That you asked for as well.
and that I asked for, and therapy. I mean, ain't speaking out of school here, but when I checked YouTube, the analytics just popped up. A certain person's been released from the Philippines, and the first thing he's went and done is spoke about a certain person in the institution, which I thought this man had totally changed by putting a statement out and saying he found God. But in the sad reality, this man has just came out. Could have been the best place of his life. But you come out, you make a video on Instagram, it gets snapped and put on YouTube, and you're back to square one. Watch the wee segment of VC, Hedgehog Man. And this man he was on about. Now, it's nothing to do with me, nothing to do with Toria, nothing to do with my family, nothing to do with her family. I was just sitting thinking, maybe this man has learned through this 3-month period, which this sounds may be off my head a wee bit, but this sounds, that chance of a lifetime being locked up for 3 months would have done anybody in this situation the world of good. I don't wish harm on this person, any person. I'm not up here, I'm not God. I can't even look at somebody and downgrade them. If somebody makes a derogatory comment back at me, I'll God bless them and pray for them. That's just the way it's going to go. But this guy had the world at his feet, I believe. Now, if you use your brain cleverly and you were a smart individual, you would have got right out of that institution and not put any in on socials, got yourself back to your family and one, turned to God while you were in that kind of place, which I thought he did with the statements and that when I was following it, but I'm in and out, I don't follow it. Well, it's hard when you've got a fire stick and you go on YouTube and everything's just popping up. Your phone's linked, obviously. And I was like, the last thing you want to be doing is getting out in an institution after 3 months when your names went quiet. And now every channel's clickbait and you're calling you the N-word again. Some people may never learn in their lives, but I'll tell you, this guy here is learning. I've made mistakes and put my hands up. Every mistake, because I need to be reborn again. Because I believe, God won't agree maybe, but I believe in my heart, my clean heart, that I have used my power. What do I mean by that? Well, I was reborn again, and I never stuck to the whole shebang, meaning I was engaged in terrible conflict, negativity. That's not what getting born again is all about. Born again is starting life fresh and clean and forgetting the bad times and bringing the bad times up. That's no longer in my immune system anymore. And put in a recycling bin. And that's just as far as I'm going to go with that, because this person in the world at his feet, in my opinion, have used these platforms to speak about positive things and change in that 3 months, he would not be now all over YouTube. I
Okay.
mean, I'm a Rangers diehard fan supporter. Tory came in and told us we were on 5-9. I never wanted to know. I was going to watch it, but she never knew. And I was going to watch Sports Scene, obviously. Then I see the certain person's name everywhere. I'm like, boy, oh boy, will you learn? None to do with me, but as I say, it's not my family and that. But I'll tell you something. You should be coming on a public platform and putting your hand up to things that you have effed up. Speaking in certain dialogues and terminologies, which I was years ago on TikTok. I went famous on TikTok. Hardly anybody knows this. If you go and check my TikTok, millions of views across the board on videos for outing certain people right outside their windows in every area in Dundee, and I went viral. And I was telling my own stories on it. So that's where a lot meant that this was when TikTok first came on the scene. I just went for nobody to a room within 24 hours. Lost my phone. Well, the police took it. I've got a bad memory with drug abusing in the past, partying in the past. So I need to get myself back to where I know where I'm going to. Not when you see people on the street, you go, how are you doing, bro? I'm getting there. As my mate, this is my mate's wee theory. Where are you getting to? You've been sitting in your armchair for 20 odd years, watching the chase at 5 o'clock every night in your sweaty pit, and you're getting where? You've been saying that for 15, 20 years. I'm getting there, but where are you actually getting? I know it's a cliche thing. Alright mate, how are you doing? How's life in that? I'm getting there, but if you ask the person where are you getting to, I would like you to ask them that and give me their answers to where they're getting to. I used to use it all the time. People used to say, how are you doing mate, blah blah blah. I used to say, mate, I'm getting there, but in my own head, I'm lying to myself, because where am I getting to? I've not set a plan out, ain't got a programme, ain't me a programme, ain't in me the programme. Fell away from church, fell away from everything. It nearly happened a few days ago. Not nearly happened. What my mate says to us in front of the toilet was, well known people, Bobby, it's like you're distancing yourself from everybody. After telling us that you stabbed about 8 people in front of the toilet, and I asked about Davey, and I went out, his brother, where's Davey? Oh, you got remanded last week. And he's like that to me, you're distancing yourself from all the boys. I went, bro, listen, I've got a fiance, I'm going to church. If you want to come to church and go off all that shit, come with me. The door's open for you. Oh, you're distancing yourself from the lads and they're all like saying the same, you're just walking past everybody. No, I need to be selfish, mate. And in the same sentence, he's like, I've got loads of warrants out for stabbing people. And the minute that got mentioned, and I told him that Tory the kids are set in, I went, I cannot be around this kind of behaviour, because why am I wasting my time going to church and groups and programmes and to be messed around? But I pray for these people, but he's on the run, but in the same breath he's telling me that I distance myself from everybody, which I have to. I want to succeed and make my family happy, and even better, I need to feel that inner happiness within my heart before I could even help myself, before I could even help the guy next door, before I could even help my mum, my missus, vice versa. We need to stick to what we are preaching, and what I've been preaching ain't been preaching. It's been negativity after negativity after negativity after negativity, and it's worn me down. I've lost weight, stressed in my box. I've been on the phone to psychiatrists, doctors, and you know what? These start programs done me the world of good. I'm 2 days into it, and I feel like God has jumped back into my soul, which He has, and I'm a totally different person. Even the way I speak, this is the way I speak in real life. obviously chavvy a wee bit when I meet the boys. I ain't meet the boys anymore. I've got a fiance that's got a family also, and I also need to live up to this righteous path that I'm on. I mean, now, if you're doing me all that stuff on YouTube, all that negativity, how are you going to get places in life? Waking up to making daily vlogs and daily this and daily about people. You should be concentrating on yourself, and in my opinion, if you've got a platform, what I done yesterday, you should be showing your paperwork to your audience. Because, I'll tell you, this is a fact. Me and Tori have been stopped numerous of times for fully grown adults. We watch your stuff. My son's a big admirer, and my whatever daughter to Tori. I can't be coming on a platform and I've got all these youth looking up to me on about fighting with people from different areas and that. No, no, no. That's the devil. That was the devil inside me. That's just me being honest and spitting facts. Now, I know that because that's not the kind of person I am. I'm not a negative person, usually. I became negative. I became negative because you see, when you've got negativity in your life, right, it feeds your soul and body. So, then you become, wait a minute guys, then you become a negative person. It's like a dialogue. It's like a sponge absorbing this negativity. And when you're on programs and you're a God man and your missus is going to church, and she's always wanted to go to church, but everybody thought you were a crackpot, you were a crackpots going to church, and you're sitting in that. And then you start going to church and people are starting to notice the changes in even your posture, the way you're speaking. Now, I've always been a bright individual, but people just haven't got to see that on this platform. I mean, I was a daft boy like what all talk in my yaka. Negativity, I don't stand for it. My message was actually is just not hashtag positivity for life. I've still got stickers all around Dundee, the hotels, and they've kept them up. Pharmacies, inside the pharmacy windows, i.e. Adler, and all of the lampposts, some beds, sponsors. And that great message has hit a few heartstrings and helped a lot of people. We've been stopped and told, etc. So I remember somebody I look up to very highly saying, my missus says that you could be a great motivational speaker. You get your point across greatly when you're on the same frequency as I am now. And I genuinely believe that. So I'm going to go back. I've reset, as I said, it started 2 days into it. Nobody's going to take me off my perch and say me the wife to be. I mean, I've got marriage and that to get out of the way. I've got to get reborn once again because I don't feel like I worked it properly. And I think that I went to my head a wee bit, to be honest with you. And I thought, I'm reborn. That's everything away. It doesn't work like that. You've got to work with it. I wasn't working with it. Even though I'm a full believer and so on and so forth. Now he was getting took off the ball. I was lost in the ball, was in possession of the ball. In terms of like the strategy, the goals I've set out to score, and the goals I will score, i.e. in life, marriage. A great life for the both of us. Doesn't mean because I've been an ex-addict that and I'm in recovery, I'll always be that. That's so powerful to me. Now you've got these people calling you Jais and whatever, and other people. I think it's very powerful to say you're in recovery because you do not know what people go through on a daily basis that have demons in your head 24/7. People get addicted to coffee. I'm one of them. Without a coffee in the morning or a mocha or any sort of substances without a bit of caffeine, I go mad. I need a coffee, and that's one thing I'll be sticking to. I mean, you'll always have to be treats and whatever, but I'm not. But I'm going to take this program regimentally and take it right down the right path. And I'm going to show people and kids, the youth of today, and this city certainly and beyond, and hopefully adults, that you can change all that cliche saying a leopard can't change its spots and so on and so forth. I'll tell you something, ain't a leopard, ain't got spots. So see all them cliche sayings a leopard can't change its spots, you can't lead a horse to water, that's all true. But I don't like getting compared to a leopard because I'm a human being as far as I'm concerned. So I ain't got spots, so oh, a leopard can't change its spots. Well, maybe they can't, but we're human beings, they're our nature, wildlife. So don't compare us to a wild animal that's full of anger and hate, no fault of their own, they're locked in cages and so on and so forth, and people buying them as pets and whatever. But the point I was making there is, the judges used to say to me all the time, a leopard can't change its spots and all that, right? Okay, well, wait a minute, I've changed my spots. I'm not a leopard, but if you want to say that, we've changed our spots. I will admit to anything I've done in my past because guess what? I'm not proud of it. But it's part of this journey. Excuse me. My missus makes the best breakfast rolls in the town. I'm being honest. It's like back in the day. I don't even think about back in the day, but a wee example. When you're on a sesh for the Friday to the Sunday and you go past a baker or a wee place that does fold rolls, breakfast rolls, and you get that smell and you're like feeling sick and that horrible. You're hungry but you ain't hungry. Well, she keeps going, Bobby, stop saying that. Even my cousin, who's Pakistan, brilliant cook. She was in here. Victoria went, do you want a couple? I was in the morning. She made her a few it was like egg, long, black pudding, poached eggs and that on a roll. And my cousin, her dad owns restaurants and that. My uncle, she ate it and she was like, oh my god. She took one bite of it. She went, they are effing brilliant. That's the best rolls I've had in my life. Now this is coming from my cousin that, as I say, she could cook any ingredients from scratch, any curries, because her family and my family, her dad and that own restaurants. They've been cooking curries for they were like 10-year-old. My cousin that passed away, God rest his soul, he used to make homemade curries at the age of 11, 12, 13. And when you went to my family, and still when you go into my family houses, you smell the curry smells. You smell it before you get to the doors. You smell the kitchen window open, all the recipes come in, and you're smelling them and going, that smells absolutely amazing. I've got a wee cousin, I won't name him. He's working on the aeroplanes at the minute. He's what's it called, babe? He's what's it called? Air host or whatever they're called, the people that are in the planes, and you've got to do your courses and that. I went up to see my auntie, God rest her soul, she's brilliant auntie. She lost her son, my cousin, he was 21, he was half Pakistan. He got his qualifications and that. She went to me, just say his name's Jay-Z. Jay-Z's, because I've got a wee cousin called Jay-Z. Jay-Z's in Spain, was he on holiday? She was like, no, he's working on the planes, and she was showing it. She was proud as punch. That's my cousin. She lost her son at 21, 2004, and it still plays with her head to this day. She says it gets worse, and she was showing me pictures and that. So he's on the planes, and I'm a bit gullible when it comes to Spain, and because I've not been educated that way. And then she went, he's going for Spain to Greece, to wherever it may have been, but he'll be home by 12 tonight. This was about the back of 4 in the afternoon. No, nearly tea time. I was like, Auntie, we'll just say Auntie D. Auntie D, I was like, but he'll be back by 12 tonight. And he's in Spain and Greece and somewhere else he had to go on the planes. I never knew until recently, because that's not been my vision. Yeah. It only takes an hour, 2 hours to get to these countries on a plane. Obviously I knew a wee bit, I wasn't like totally playing daft at, but I was like, wow, so she was so excited about that, so that was great. The point I'm making is, you want to be many things growing up. but when you got the chance ever coming babe, what are they called? Maybe your cousin works on the planes. Maybe your cousin, I was telling him to see my auntie, remember, and she was showing us his outfit and that. What are you called?
Air hostesses.
Air hostesses. He's one of them. Air host. He's one of them. He loves his job. And I saw him getting his award and that on the videos he played us and pictures, etc. So, very proud of my family, but I've not been very proud of myself towards my family. There's only me and my brothers that have let the family down. I don't mean let the family, I mean by getting a proper career. Selling drugs ain't a career. The biggest people that have done that, look at them now. Where are they sitting? In sheds. Your assets are took off you. It ain't a job, kids. It ain't a job. Don't watch Top Boy. I've not even watched an episode of my life, but my missus was telling us that that's what's like in Dundee. I went, babe, I wouldn't even watch an episode of that. I don't watch films like The Craze. I've watched it once in my life, switched it off. Goodfellas, not interested. Godfather, not interested. I think it's all maniaca. And I watched Michael franchise about 4 or 5 days ago. Meeting Sammy the Bull on YouTube. And they were saying the films are totally the opposite of what they are showing us on TV. That's what the young age I was always led to believe that this was all fake. The life was fake and whatever. I mean, Michael franchise saying that the films just play up to the glorifying, glamourifying this kind of actions and this kind of lifestyle of selling drugs and being a mafia boss and what the films show you, and it's the total opposite. It made me think, well, what else are they showing us? And trying to condition your brain nowadays, especially with devices and all this IT savvy stuff. What else are they conditioning our brains with without we even knowing it? Well, I certainly know. Because every human being's different, as we know. Every brain cell's different, every brain's different. Every human being's different, or the world would be a bad place. So, I'm in the second day of my programme and I feel on top of the world. I've got great goals put in place, and they're realistic goals. They ain't unrealistic, these goals. I mean, when you're in this kind of situation, guys, and viewers and audience, you need to be realistic with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. You can't lie to yourself. And that's something I was doing for many, many years. Lying to myself without even knowing it. Because guess why? I was dancing with the devil. So was the missus. Not in terms of drugs, and I'm on about full circle. Meaning, i.e.
Everything.
Everything the devil wants you to do, he will get you to dance to his tune. And people might be going, Bobby, stop preaching. I ain't preaching, I'm just being honest to these guys. Thank you, baby. This marker. Put my juice here so. Thank you, baby, that was lovely. Appreciate that. Thank you. You've always got to say thank you, etc. to your missus. But this is just self. This has always been me. I never take anything granted. Not saying I've not in life, but certainly at this stage in my life, nothing for granted. Not even a wee roll. Me, we're having sweaty bolognese homemade. That's on. is my vitamins, so I take them a couple of times a day, a vitamin tablet, so see the taste of that. Me and the missus are on a
I've always said that. My mum installed it.
Our mother installed it into her tablets to
Well, actually, Mum's got a wee bit of disagreement. She says multivitamins don't work. Just eat the correct food, but well, why is there so many multivitamins? Is what I say back to my mum. Well, everybody's to the wrong. She still takes vitamins, so I don't know.
I need to do this, guys, because I don't like to do that on camera, because I believe that it's leading kids down the rabbit hole, which it's zero nicotine, but ain't the point. The point is that you don't be even even glamourifying an elf bar, because I've came to the acknowledgement and the fact that schools are overcrowded with people smoking elf bars, etc., etc. So I would not do it on camera. 61 minutes, I'll be finishing this up, guys, at the 80th minute, because 90 minutes, because I've just came on camera just to make sure everything's going good with you guys, telling you a wee bit about the program's going great. You will see a new refined combined couple in the next 3 weeks, well, 21 days, 2 days or 19 days, but I'm going to do it for a wee bit longer. Just reassess, reset, restart. I think we all need that in our life. We need to reset, restart, go. I don't care who you are as a human being. You could be the Hulk, you could be invincible, you could be whoever, but I believe that you need to reset, restart, and you go again with any situation. I mean any situation. Any situation, because as we were saying, baby,
which combo?
Ugly combo. You've got to reset, restart, there you go.
Yeah, especially when you want better things and better things.
It used to annoy me how much you read. Remember? I'm watching stuff, like mums as well. And
right.
Constantly.
Reading, so what? Do you like it?
I love it, I love your reading.
Oh,
because you educate me.
Not on Martina Cole books, but here we go. we've swapped books. Martina Cole is still a good author.
Right, babe, anything you want to do, you do.
Yes, I know.
But Lorraine, big shout out, pal, how are ya?
Hi Lorraine!
Lorraine.
How are you?
God bless you, pal.
How are you this fine day?
I got your gift back, Lorraine. I told you that, pal, remember? I've been busy.
I know.
Need to get your number behind the scenes, Lorraine. I think I've actually got it in my other phone, but I was angry one night and smashed off the wall because I was getting funny phone calls. But listen, that ain't me anymore. I'm not a way to react to certain things. Not at all. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Because I'm regrouping, I'm restarting, I'm regoing. It's not anybody else's fault that I lost weight to stress. It's my own fault.
I've always,
if
I'm stressed, I can never eat. It's like, and you know you should, but it's just like, well, in my,
I
can't. It's physically impossible to chew this bit of food. It feels like I used to when I was a kid, when I was stressed, I would chew it if it was that dry in my mouth. My mum used to go so like swallow it, and I'd be like moving. It's just a stress thing that's always been.
Well, I had never heard of anybody diagnosed with this problem that I've got, choking on your food, until 5 days ago. And I met this couple outside a shop just opposite the clock, and she went, "Be careful." Now this man's like 47 or whatever age he may be. He's older than me anyway. And he choked on me. She went, be careful. And I looked down and went, do you I could not believe it. I went, do you get that as well? And she went, I need to chop his food up. And I says, well, I've just had an operation. And I've got to go back every couple of months to get my windpipe reopened. So, but I'm on spray at the minute. This magic spray. 8 sprays 3 times a day. And a tablet 3 times a day. To help with the windpipe. Now, this is a diagnosis which I did not know that I've been diagnosed with. It's called, the word's too big for me to even blur out. But I'll get the name for you. And what they're putting it down to is stress, overthinking, overanalyzing every situation, i.e. it may be a comment, it may be what you think people think of you, your image, it may be family problems, it may be relationship problems, it may be self-aware situations, overthinking situations, and I've come to terms and I know where I've went wrong in life and where the problems occurred for. This is part of this programme. It's very, very powerful. I would like to get my hands on Scotty, just to be honest with you, to say, listen Scotty, do this 21-day restart, rethink and regrow, mate, and you will be a better man. Now, everybody's different, as I keep saying, but what works for me may not work for you, but church and God works for absolutely everybody. Now, I was getting called a crackpot for going to church. They were going, he's lost the plot, he's going to church, he believes in God. I thought, I've lost the plot, have I? Okay, I've lost the plot because I'm going to church. Well, if you want to think I've lost the plot, then that's funny, because when I see you, as you're saying, I'm distancing myself away from you. So how could I be lost in the plot? You can't win, but you can win. What you need to do is
be selfish.
Lock yourself away for 21 days. That's what I mean, Lorraine. Don't listen to him, Lorraine. It's Bobby and Tori, as I say, I'm getting reborn because I believe that, I'm not a way to lie, I'm not a way to lie. I believe that I've abused the power of being reborn, which is a very, very daft thing to do. Once you've been through the system, I've been reborn twice, once in prison and once out here. But the days are by me, Lorraine. I'm 34 years of age. If people want to judge me on my past, which the worst conviction on my things, it's only just daft petty stuff that boys get up to. But the good thing is, Lorraine, I'm an advocate for the domestic abuse, which I've got paper up to state that. Got every year that I need, just in case somebody doesn't believe me. But what I've stopped doing and what Tori in the programme's taught me is, when people go and prove this, prove that,
you jump.
I jumped it, but I ain't proving nothing. I proved something yesterday with people at work because, as I've always said for day dot, you go back to my earlier pages and TikTok pages where it blew up. I believe that you should be showing your viewers and subscribers who you are, what you've done, what you're about, because you could have your kids watching you, which is the case, and it is a lot of pressure. Now, I ain't about to blame that on my lapses in the past with this pressure, but it is a lot of pressure. Even Tori gets it now. She goes out on her own, everybody knows who she is. And from YouTube, it's not good. She does not enjoy it, but it's part and parcel of the channel and where we're going. And in terms of places, we're getting into a lot of places.
It's great if it's like positive people, but
yeah, if it's positive people.
Fantastic. Kids and all that. How's Lorraine?
Wait a minute, L. Smith's he's put, sorry bro, I'm just using my VAPE, unless a V guy were just bold in it. I need to get to elsewhere for a minute. Guys, 26. I just lost a load of good 5 teeth. I felt so judged. No joke, I was eating Sani near the dentist. Had 5 to kill. Wait a minute, babe, we're coming to this. Right. Put your head up above the camera, I'll keep it there. Right, that comment there. Right, wait. That one there. Read that out for us, bit.
I just lost like a good 5 teeth. I felt so judged. No joke. I was eating Sani near the dentist. Had to kill.
Yeah.
Had to kill with 5 minutes of getting and Guruk. We guys offering me shit. I thought of reality check.
Read that one. He's
Right,
next one.
sorry.
That one,
Unless the wee guy were just bold and thought I'll offer him. I'm battling addiction right now. Respect, Bobby. I just ended up here, mate. Think I'm in the right place. You definitely are, Elsmith. But if you've got, at least you're going to the dentist, mate. Some people wouldn't even go to the dentist.
Mate,
if I had to get 5 teeth, if I was in the front, I would feel exactly the same as you.
Exactly.
And yeah, so teeth are really important. And Bobby, like we talk about this quite a lot about teeth.
Brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth.
Had the best white smell. People tell you until violence occurred, but that's another matter. But mate, proud of you for sharing that. You're definitely
on the right channel.
You're on the right channel, mate. I mean, well, I'm the same as you, mate. I lost a bit of weight through things in my personal life there, through stress. I'm on spray for my throat. I've got to reschedule appointments and whatever. I've got that many. I've got to get my windpipe re-thinged because it was choking on my foot and reopened and re-stretched. People are very judgmental, bro. Very judgmental. But when you come to this channel, mate,
no judgment.
No judgmental. As I'm saying, what's for me may not work for you, bro. But listen, do not listen. At the end of the day, bro, when you go home to your house and close that door, who are you with?
Exactly.
Yourself, maybe your family members, your best friends, your neighbours, sister,
or maybe
brothers,
no one.
or maybe no one. But do not let anybody get in your way, mate. Let them have their opinions, their 2 pence worths, and just go, okay, bro, I'll pray for you. God bless. Because they want to ignite the fire and keep this negativity back and forth, back and forth. I'm very proud now to say that I'm in recovery, and I'll always be in recovery, because I used to hide away from the fact and get lifts 20 minutes, half an hour away from my screen to other pharmacies so we can get noticed, getting subbies and other things like that, right? I was very embarrassed. But see now, coming out of when this documentary was getting made, I had to come out and say it was on liquid substances leading to the Ben Hatcher fight. It was called a bubble bump. And mate, see, it's like there's about 20 Brits left that sugar, 20 Brits of that sugar. And see, when you've got the mindset, mate, of restarting, regaining and restarting, and this 21-day programme, cutting yourself off of everybody, which I've done, Tori's done, every family member, even my mum, I'll send her a wee message and that and cheat, ain't a mate a lie, because my mum's very lonely, my mum's very unwell, with my lack of commitment and behaviour in the past, so as other family members. I'm aware of that. I've got self-awareness, and so is Tori. We're very bright individuals. People may say we're backwards people or whatever. Well, I would like to say to that, well, I walk with my head held high. I don't care what he says, she says, or whoever, neither does Tori. Tori used to bother, but see now, we've got to close our eyes and jump in the same bed at night time. We've got to get up and train. We've got to read Bibles, mate. Now, I don't come on and preach about my faith in God, because it's just not me, mate. It's just not me. I go to church, I believe in my higher power, mate, and it works for us, mate. What works for me, or what for me, and what works for Tori, works for Tori. This house is divided, mate, and it's brilliant because our topics and opinions. Exactly. Right,
vice versa.
Exactly, but you're right, you're bang on. So I ain't going to go only believe in a higher power, so on and so forth. Now, what was that great word that philosopher used? Philosopher, senior. Remember? What was it? What was it?
hold
Give me an
on.
example in a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Anyway, it'll come to me. And he used it beautifully. And he said,
that's gonna annoy me.
if you had to worry about every single person that had an opinion about you, you would be a walking, an opinionated machine.
If you had to please everyone,
if you had to please everyone,
like what I've done before, it takes you're pleasing
everything out of you, mate, because you're trying to please others. It may be
in your own head,
your
you're
subscribers,
battling
other YouTubers, to get on podcasts, to use the power of your platforms to get a bit of fame, to get a bit of this, a bit of club. You're in it for the wrong reasons, mate. It takes a man to come on camera, or a lady, or a woman, i.e. or whoever, to be honest with you and yourself. Now I could only be honest with myself, to be honest with others. Like Bruce Lee famous quote, know yourself to know others, vice versa, but I'm trying to think of that word, that philosopher. It was absolutely mind blowing. And it was only one word, and when you dissect it and dilute it, it means about 5 to 10 different things. That's what we're studying as well. That kind of stuff.
Human behaviour.
Human behaviour. What's that called? We're studying, babe?
The psychology of the mind.
Psychology
of the mind.
Mind.
Cognitive behaviour.
Cognitive behaviour.
Cognitive behaviour therapy.
Yeah. And I'm pretty bad with words like that.
No,
so
you're not.
That's what we're studying.
Put yourself down.
I need to put myself down to grow.
Okay.
But you're right, babe, I should not be putting myself down.
No.
But who's wanna put myself? Other people will put you down anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care about that element of the program. All I care about is getting to be the best version of myself, knowing that me and my wife to be and her family, my family and neighbours and friends are all on the same page. Love is a magnificent feeling. Love is what everybody needs in their life. Love, positivity is key. If you want to go places in life, you need love, trust and setting goals, mate. Getting back to L. Smith, mate. I mean, you felt judged that much getting 5 teeth out. Well, mate, listen, brother, at least you went. You'll get them sorted, mate. Teeth could be sorted, mate. They could be broken, snapped out your mouth, but they could also be sorted. Whereas if your whole soul is getting damaged and etc., you can't come back from that. A matter of fact, you can come back, but it's very, very difficult to come back from adversity. Especially when you feel like everybody is looking at you. The same situation, mate, when I was going through that operation on my throat, I lost that much weight, and I'm drug free, and I'm thinking people are staying there, thinking I'm on drugs, etc., etc. And then I had to give myself a wee talk in the mirror, Victoria, and go, who cares? I don't care about his opinion, his two pence worth, his 5 pence worth. I go home with my wife to be. They go home, I don't know what they got up to, but all I could say is, whatever they got up to, I will support them in any element I possibly can. Whether it's them using, whether it's them selling drugs, whatever they may do, in that element, no, I ain't supporting anyone.
No,
Tell you that, because that's life ruining. But as you were saying, L. Smith, people can judge you. They say don't judge a book by its cover, and my great theory, homemade quote is, don't judge a book by its cover, judge the book by the story, and when you're on the back page and close the back page, judge the book then. Don't judge a book by, he's got 5 missing teeth, he's an ex-heroin addict, an ex-Valium taker, an ex-alcoholic, he's a crackpot, like what they were saying about me going to church. He's lost the plot, he's going to church, and I'm sitting in a great position now where I'm looking at these people that say this, not in a nasty way, it's just my boys, and I'm looking at them and they're under on me 8 warrants for stabbing people and just for that, and wanting me to still go about with them. And the same term and terminology of the sentencing, bro, you've distanced yourself from all the trips, blah blah blah. And I'm going, I've got a wife to be that's got kids and family like myself. I've had enough of people judging me and my second name, my family name. I'm out. I'm starting a regroup, restart, and we go again.
And be on that journey you could be.
What's that? What was that, bro? Kangaroos are terrifying. What does Paul I think of you shouting this name on this, bro? What's that, mate? What does Paul I think of you shouting out his name on this, Bobby? Who you on about, bro? GFN? Paul C. L. Smith. Believe it or not, try getting private doctors as notice myself. They will get you off meds, etc. Well done, William Paddy. Well done, brother. Well done. I feel really ready to stop it all. I'm bored. Obviously, it's mushroom low doses. Did probably answer. Wait a minute, bro. Although I like a wee joint, no gonna lie. No, mate, you can't lie to yourself, bro. Well done. Well, I'll be honest with you, mate. I do not longer. Now, I've never been a big weed smoker. I was smoking a wee bit a few weeks ago, only at night. But that's it. That's done, mate. Because I can't be kidding myself on, mate. Because I was an still am in recovery, and weed. I got panic attacks, anxiety, and stuff like that. So I went to the missus, babe. She went, please just stop that. I went, know what? Well, you've asked us to, babe, and for myself. This program's been planned for a long time now. We just had to do our due diligence.
Just have to learn and...
I'm off camera because
Just learn and...
Zero nicotine. Kids, do not use these electronic devices because it will just ruin your life.
You don't know what... Well, look at back when smoking first came about. Everybody thought it was great and was smoking, and then look what the damage done. We still don't know about it. And I smoke an alcohol myself with zero nicotine, but
we went to zero nicotine
because we still...
Free the weed, Lorraine Doherty is saying. Although I know addicts that don't touch it. That's it, Lorraine. You're welcome to your own thing, pal. As we know, I love Lorraine, guys. I mean, me and Lorraine and our man Steve, great couple. We met them a couple of weeks ago. I respect your Christ conscience. Thank you, mate. Well, mate, it's someone that was always helping me due to the lapses, mate. When I was getting released from prison, I was at church. I would get out, go to church for 2 weeks, bang into my old associates, back using, back at church, and it was the only thing that I could identify and sit back and look in the mirror and reflect and go, what was helping me on my course to succeed in my life? And it was always church. I was getting called a crackpot in that house and stuff like that. Now it seems to be that people are stopping me to a lot of my old associates and asking, how do you get into the stages of joining church? There's no stages. You could show up at any church door on a Sunday, walk through the door. That's the hardest bit Tori found. She done it with me hand in hand, but I was already comfortable because I knew and know what is awaiting on me, and I know, and I've told her that the Holy Spirit feeling. People may be a bit confused here, but
no,
I was in church. I'll cut a long story short. I was going to church in Pullman. Was I doing it because I became good pals with Craig? Probably. Get out myself? Probably. And I wasn't taking it serious. And he kept seeing us and getting his autograph, and he kept saying, I'm praying for you, and I kept saying, nothing's working to myself, but going along with him. And I went, and I was doing church work. And I remember this one afternoon I went to the church, and I'm walking down the route as normal. and I had started opening my heart to this thought of God really existing. So as I was saying to Tori yesterday, I'll get back to that in 2 seconds. Could you imagine if this is, like, imagine it was a big taboo, heaven and hell exist, right, in this lifetime, or it does not exist. Are you willing to take the chance of not believing and dying and going to hell and burning for millions
and being
thousands
away
of years?
from your loved ones.
Or, exactly, or are you willing to take that chance and get called in that house? Because I'm looking now across the board outside and I'm seeing people doing really, really bad. And they're saying to me I'm distancing myself away from all them. Well, of course I am, because we're on different paths. I'm on my righteous path, you're on your path that I've even asked you to come to church, but they ain't interested. They've got warrants out, etc., for very violent crimes that I don't want to even be saying on this platform. And this is the same people that are saying, bro, you're distancing yourself from the lads. Well, of course I am, because I've got a fiance, and if I mess with me, that's a fact. And I used to think it was a bit cliche when I read these magazines and that, and it's. But anyway, so I'm going to church on a certain day, and I'm praying, and I'm taking it serious in moment, and next minute I just feel this thing jump inside us. People all know that I've been to church, that I've had the Holy Spirit, and see from my feet all the way up, woof, I felt the Holy Spirit, and a tear dripped down my eye. I was so excited, I never knew what it was until after the ceremony. Inmates were there, and I'm trying to hide these tears and that. And do you know, when I was walking back up to my cell and got locked in my cell, this sounds a bit mad. I was dubbed up, I was in a single gaff. I was looking in the mirror and trying to say the F word, evil words which God would say, like F, and I could not get a swearing word out my mouth, and I kid you not, I was going, and nothing evil would come out of me. I wrote a letter that night telling my mum that I was a new man. Addiction was beat, overcame by just this Holy Spirit feeling jumping in my body. Now, through that sequence of going to church, that's how I was stuck at going back to church. I went back to that because I knew that what was for me and what was not for me, and that was for me because I felt the Holy Spirit. Now, it wasn't just bang. Tori's not actually felt this feeling yet. She's been close. She feels it now. We had a great conversation last night about this, and I went on to about the back of 2 this morning, and we checked the time, and I couldn't believe it was about 2. I felt like a half an hour conversation. Tori's always studying and reading like now, and then I'll do my wee bit, but she's like my teacher, because she could read better than I, she could absorb the 2 have got ADHD and that, sorry. She's educating herself now. So when I come off this live, I'll sit down, telly's off, fire sticks away. I believe that to reset and restart your mind, you cannot be listening to propaganda on news, wars and documentaries and following gossip and drama on YouTube. That's only going to take you down a rabbit hole. And where is that going to take you in 5 years' time? Qualifications. You're going to be better educated, especially somebody like me that left school with zero anything. So I need to get all this put in place, mate. And people and the audience, the audience that are watching. Now, the audience are watching and tuning in because they may have the same problems as me, i.e. oratory, mental health problems, or problems we've all got. Now, wouldn't the world be a better place? I watched someone briefly a couple of days ago on about America being divided, and I was like, it ain't only America divided, it's a whole bloody world divided. Now, if everybody's kept on the same page, the world would be a better place. Now, I do not know what's going on with this kind of hate towards people, because hate is a very strong word, but I'm on about, see some of the comments I get, and I'm a man that shows people what, I'm a man that actually set the blueprint for people to get their Art Corrosion background checks done. If you remember, years ago, I was the first one. Leanne will tell you, Cherie Thompson had the page. I was the very first person to put all that up, hoping everybody, but no one's followed it. But the point I'm making is, I believe that people are tuning in because they're struggling, and I'm struggling, but I'm getting better and better by the day, by the minute. and this is mad to say, people go, why could that be possible? Well, try it yourself. And I can only speak for me and Tori, see if you're the same, I feel the same. Is it a coincidence? Is it sort of like a wee...
this page is good.
placebo effect? Certainly not, because I woke up...
This is going to be good.
She's
Like
excited, she's like, I've just found this bit.
It's about what people, just about what you were talking about there actually.
You look like you're doing fine, but why do you look like you're from the Madness Combat? I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Oh,
It's good to talk. SGN, it certainly is good to talk, mate. As I kept saying, mate, share a problem, solve a problem. But no one seemed to listen at the time. But I was misguiding myself by getting back to negativity and going on and on and on. Like, I shouldn't have been even engaging back and forward. And that's a fact. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a nice mocha, mate, and I've got my tropical juice here, mate. Hi everyone, how are you doing? That's it, SGN, never underestimate the power of talk. You're true, bro.
That's very true.
What are you filming on? An iPhone, bro. I've dropped the phone that many
About a
times,
million
the camera's effed. But I'm waiting on my two phones, so brand in the box and for the PF's office, so I'm not bothered about what I'm videoing on. I put it on black and white because change the concept of things. Everybody to their own, mate, but the power of talking is very powerful. When StreamYard gets up and going on this channel, you're all welcome on. Any derogatory comments and talk will be kicked off, and that ain't being bad, that's just...
Yes.
We're trying to help ourselves, along with people trying to help themselves. So we'll come together on this brilliant channel page. I believe it's one of the best. We've just got our foot one.
If everybody knows when they want the same thing, you all
We're all
work
on the
hard
same
to,
page.
you all work hard, people could carry on if they don't want to come off something, then you're not going to work to, and
Yeah, for your
we're
potential.
working, well, me and you more, but as a couple, we're working to that, like...
Sorry guys, I just don't want to be vaping on camera.
Miss
But,
Benedict.
So the beautiful thing about speaking is we communicate with each other. Now, see if everybody communicated, I think we would be a lot more advanced. Talking is a skill, not just a skill. It's words are. I'm a bit of a weirdo with influential words and the diagram of the words and what the actual words mean.
Words mean, that's the quote, words are more important.
Than actions.
Words mean more to think people than just the words itself.
The words itself, as this philosopher guy was saying, he was like,
That's
listen, see when you go past homeless people and that, give them 6 minutes of your time, because see words talk with some,
like what you're doing just now.
like what I'm doing just now, guys, and we're interacting greatly. You're advanced, thank you, bro. I'm trying, I'm not advanced, mate, I'm trying, but I appreciate your comment, bro. I'm advanced, I'm trying to be better, mate, trying to be a better me. Daily, I'm trying to be a better me. Minutely, I'm trying to be a better me. I'm trying to do better things than I did yesterday. I'm trying to do better things than we did 2 hours ago. We're trying to compete, and it ain't a competition, but we've made it into competition. It's a healthy competition, me and Tories. I says to her, no, what we'll do, we'll make it into a competition for the 21 days, and she was like, okay.
I'm winning by far. I'm only joking, babe. Oh, babe.
Well, that means 2 hours.
I'm only joking. You done the dishes?
No.
Done the dishes?
I done the dishes. You better believe I done the dishes. So I done the dishes, guys. So people may say, "Whoa," but Tori made homemade stuff last night. Homemade stuff, and I'm off camera because I'm thinking and I don't, you know. So Tori made the tea and that. So I was in the kitchen getting a munch, and I looked at him and know what my poor wife was sat and cooked for the early hours of this morning right through. So I got all the dishes and that done. And it made us feel great, to be honest with you. And I went, babe, I've done the dishes for you. And she went, you mean you've done them for us? Um,
But I appreciate it.
Listening to you, I can feel you're an exceptional person. In fact, I know you are. And that is amazing. Thank you, mate. Thank you. It says Jesus loves you. Thank you, brother. Hey, bro. Name's Wally. I'm in Aberdeen. Sending light and blessings to you. Too, guys. He is trying. Good.
Blessings
God loves
back
you.
to
Too. Thank you, MC Rosa. Mate, I'm trying, mate. That's all. Ain't a way to lie to people and whatever. Me and the missus ain't lying.
No.
I'm only trying my hardest because I know where I went right and wrong in life. And as we keep saying, we ain't like specialists, we ain't psychiatrists. We've got them. We've got them on board. I've got a psychiatrist, I ain't ashamed to admit that, because if I could come out and admit that, I'm sure plenty of other people could come out and admit that.
Like we're saying, it's good to talk, that's what
It's good to
psychiatrist is
talk.
for.
I love speaking
Therapist.
to somebody that I could trust.
Therapist is a better word for it. A therapist instead of a psychiatrist. I would say a therapist.
Yes, Brian, no problem. God shall be looking over you, mate, and I will pray for you. And that's all I could say on that note, mate. Yeah, I'll pray for you. So, talking is a very powerful tool. Very powerful tool. I like to correct myself when I've got a word be twisted. But I'm not a daft guy. I've got a brain cell, a few left of that. But the few that I've got left, I want to use correctly. And that's just me being honest with myself. Guys, to be honest with yourself, it takes a lot to admit your wrongdoings, your sins and stuff like that, and trust me, I'm trying. The only thing I can do is try. The only thing my missus can do is try. And to be honest with you, I was wrote off years ago, but see the people that wrote me off in this city, it's sad because they're the ones now in the situation I was in years ago, like a revolving door, and I will pray for these people because they're not just great friends in the past. I just ditched them and left them on the streets. I had to move on with my life with the times because I've only got one shot at this life with my missus. One shot, not two, one shot. I want to make sure that I've left no stone unturned. I want to look back and go, I remember this programme changed my life, even when I'm clean. But I need more safety netted. I need more net around me, so to speak. And a safety net, well, I need more of this net. I need the net to cover me and my missus and family and both sets of families on each side and your families to cover it all. So we are safe in this net, the safety net they call it. And the word mocking as well. Was it mocking?
Yeah, no, democracy.
Democracy. Mocking somebody. Democracy. Mocking.
D even means negative.
True. Democking. D is a negative word.
Degenerate.
Check that. It's
delinquent.
It's
Do you know what I mean? All these different words. Degenerate, delinquent.
So
it's a negative word that comes across as, to me anyway, and you.
And this is a philosophy's intake on these words. You should do it yourself. Start the 21-day programme.
It's madness.
And
not in a good way.
It's madness in a brilliant way, as Tori said. It's absolutely, you feel holy, you feel like you belong there. You feel like you ain't an alien with 10 heads. You feel like you're human.
Yeah.
And even the demons up there, they go away because you're focusing on, they get blocked out. It's about your internal dialogue. Your internal dialogue is very important. Internal is what I'm working on, Tori.
Yeah.
Internal is what you should be working on. External is what other people's opinions are, points of view, what they call you, the names they call you, so on and so forth. I ain't so concerned about that, and the biggest thing that me and Tori agreed upon once upon a time, that's what we cared about most, what people thought about it. But see now,
And pleasing other people. To,
and
like,
pleasing other people, but see now, you
no,
cannot be here to
no.
please anyone apart from your inner internal self. Because once you have sorted your internal inside, inner internal side out, you could help your family in better ways, you could communicate with friends better, you could become more loving towards the person, maybe the neighbour next door, up the stairs, the old man across the road, the old woman, and the man that's got the drug problem, the drink problem, because you've been there, wore the t-shirt, and you could give a bit of advice out, and advice costs absolutely zero. So what I'm going to do through this process is keep myself away from absolutely everyone, which I've done. But once it ends, I'm going to hit them streets. I've ordered the new set of hair clippers because I'm a qualified hairdresser. That's the only qualification I've got from Pullman and the cons. And I used to do it, and I'm going to go in the town. Tori's going to do the girls' hairs.
Just
We're
cut,
going to
just a wee cut
I'm
and
going to
trim.
sit me down, bring my chair with us, a flask of coffee, give them a wee cup or buy them a coffee, make sandwiches, take them in their bags with us, go in the town centre, give them a wee shave, a wee haircut, a wee whatever they want, short back and sides,
Yeah.
to make them feel great about
How
themselves.
good, well, females in the audience, how good is it when you go and get your hair done? Doesn't it feel like you've been a therapist? When you've been, and it'll be the same for guys. When you feel, so people on the streets, which is a lot I've noticed just now in Dundee,
Brick top,
like, even a wee
I own a
haircut,
one, I own a two, I own a three,
that
my no
would be
one, my
like,
no two, my no three,
that
Blair,
well, I know what I'm
for
like,
5
so
nights or something, mate.
I'm just
Every
talking
hall
from
apart
like
for my no four,
a
obviously,
woman's
for obvious
point of view
reasons,
as well,
protection.
and the guys.
Um,
Everybody likes to feel good, but a wee bit better about themselves.
true, but true.
And when they're on the streets, then how good would it be a wee haircut?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I done this on TikTok, and I went about and gave a few people haircuts, homeless people. And
Did you?
that, yes, it's on TikTok, and if you go and check, it's the same name.
See what I mean?
I've got nearly close to a million followers, right?
Every day.
So I done it on a few videos, and I gave a couple of guys haircuts and that, as you'll know if you've followed my journey on TikTok, but I don't think the majority of people knew this because I never outed myself for having a big platform on TikTok, but I went viral, and it was due to being giving acts of kindness out, going to town and giving haircuts to people for free, I've no charge, giving them a wee shave, a wee shades and that, making them feel like a new man, and taking a mirror away in my bag, a wee mirror, and showing them themselves, and see looking at them, saying, there's your haircut, mate, back and front. They jump up and they're going, I feel a lot better, and it makes them feel in their element. And these are homeless people, guys, that they're begging on the ground, maybe for drugs, I don't know, maybe, but you've got to also go back to the root of the problem. What caused this man to be homeless? Because I spoke to people like Tori that were in the RAF, my dad was in the Marines, my dad was in a few regiments back in his day. But you go back to the root of the problem, and you listen to these people.
And everybody's got a different story.
And everybody's got a different story. And you think to yourself, wow, and people go past, and I've heard some people, Tori, speaking to these homeless people, they've been spat at, they've tried to be sleeping at night, they've been stabbed on, they've been scalded with hot coffee, people come at the casinos in the town and the nightclubs, have threw drink all over them, peed on them, urinated
and
on
you've
them.
probably just won in the casino, do you know what I mean?
Probably just won a
see if I just came out of a casino and we'd won, and probably we'd be like a £20 note, something like, do you know what I mean? Not throwing a cup of coffee over the poor guy sitting there.
Exactly.
It's good disgusting.
But I've had to look a bit inside me Tori into it. And inside dialogue, internal feelings. The most important things in life to me I and my wife, and it doesn't take rocket science to work out what the root of the problems were for anybody, I mean the wife with mental health problems, me with addiction problems, you with addiction problems. There's always that seed, that root that made us take that drug. Sometimes we have a problem, and it could be a childhood problem, which mine was, unfortunately. Like we've all got problems. Every single person.
Self-medicating.
People try and compare their problems to other people, but you can't be comparing problems.
No.
You see a problem is a problem, it's a big problem. It's a matter of you think you've been through the mill, and the guy tells you a story and it's only half dissected to what you think you've been through. That guy could be hurting 20 times more than you. You're a million problems, but his wee problem. That wee problem might be a wee problem by hearing across frequencies on the channel, but deep down you've got to sit back and go, wait a minute.
How strong is that person to take that? Maybe one person can take, like you for example, but not a lot of people would be able to take what you've been through and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So think about that as well when like people are name calling and that might just tip that one person over the edge that isn't you think is strong as what that. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
No one knows, but
But talking help.
He's saying it. SGM saying it exactly. But then self-medication for years, well said. That's it, mate, well said. SGM saying that every...
Try and get my point across.
Scotsman, 2 seconds, every... I'm trying to fix my internal dialogue as well, my wordings in that to back to normal. You are a unit, Bobby. Thanks, bro. I have a psychiatrist and help. I have a bipolar and anxiety. Life's hard.
Yep.
MC Roser, mate. Life is hard, mate, but the magic thing about life also is life's hard.
You're taking that step to get help.
You're speaking about them on life to somebody you've never met in your life, mate, so well done. And God bless you, you and your family. Did you sell your watch? I would not sell anything, mate. If somebody was in desperate needs of wanting it, I would just give you it, mate. I would not. The amount of people that have offered me money on this channel, go back and look, hundreds of pounds, this, that and that, I don't want. I would not take 1 pence off anybody for anything. Buy me coffees, memberships.
Nah.
This YouTube is for people to come and view your stuff. I watched this thing on, was it True Geordie? It was actually Karma Corner, big shout at Karma, and he was on about scammers are using these techniques of buy me coffees, membership
members, and not paying out so much. It's like people are going into bankruptcy sometimes because like they've been scammed. It's it was madness, that program. I think you were doing something, I can't remember. But all these like, imagine your kid sitting waiting on. Well, I know for example, if my son was sitting waiting on his favourite YouTubers, trainers for example, and they never came, I would be raging because it would upset him. And you're paying probably over the odds to get these YouTubers trainers because that's what it is now. But
they prey on the vulnerable, this program said on YouTube. And not just YouTube, TikTok, every social media platform. I watched a certain wee bit of segment, and this woman donated £20 to a certain YouTube channel. And I looked at the screen and I went,
and it was like it was nothing, yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing a certain person down. And I'm sitting going, you've just handed £20 out to a YouTuber that's probably got plenty of money. That £20 could have got your son halfway near if you had put another £20 out a wee pair of trainers. Most importantly, food in this day and age.
Yeah.
People are handing up £20 notes. It's nothing. Like a £20 note is like a
Maybe it
one
is
penny
not.
space. Maybe it is not to most people. But for the causes that they're putting this money into, I think they're playing on the vulnerable and gullible. And that's just my opinion, and that ain't being harsh to any YouTubers that put these kind of buy me coffees, take money. If it's helping create content, well done.
And if it is one of these charities, fantastic.
But I don't see any.
But a lot. This one thing we watched was about how much was actually not going to what it was.
Kind of things, and I'm seeing
And it's fantastic.
walk through the doors, and I'm like, brilliant to the staff for doing this for kids. But wait a minute, we're in the year 2000 segments of YouTubers, and it was actually something about DH, and this it was on Hedgehog's thing. You think somebody's chat, bro, that ain't me. I'm not even going to call you bro. What your past is nothing to do with me, nothing to do with anybody. I'm working on myself and
Well, sitting in shock when I heard that.
But this woman went £20 on the screen donation, and I was like, holy S, like that could have went to a great charity, that could have went to a great cause, that could have went to whatever. And the same man was in that, he was on Yale to 2, 3 in the morning. So you just imagine what this kind of money is getting spent on. Now people seem to be hitting the vulnerable subs, the vulnerable mods, the vulnerable people like L. Smith. I'm not saying you're vulnerable. I'll admit I'm vulnerable. We're all vulnerable, mate.
Wow.
Every human being, even Mike Tyson, the greatest of all time, one of them. He was so scared in life at the moment. He's took a breakdown. And for somebody like Mike Tyson to be coming out and admitting that they're vulnerable, well, I've admitted that loads of times when we're called a wee pussy and that. Not from people in the city, people on YouTube. But them words don't affect me anymore. They've never affected us. To be honest with you, they did affect us at one point, but see now, they don't affect me because the minute I come off this channel, my life's great. And I want your lives to be the same. I want to show you the blueprint. I haven't got the blueprint unfortunately yet because if I had done, life would have been completed. Life would have been completed. But he reminds me of the real Slim Shady. Thanks bro. How do you donate?
Thingies as well.
How do you donate money? Bro, I don't take money, mate. I don't. But as I was saying, unprivileged children, domestic abuse, domestic violence, people in recovery, homelessness. There's a lot that we want to go back to. But I will be doing things to get this money. Not just my own money and going in, but I'll be doing things to earn this money. Not coming to me, I like going straight to these charities, so I could then do lives with Tori and walk into these charities to see them starting from the ground. And to see the baby steps, and to see them away up here.
Exactly, we're trying to build something.
Like,
not, this isn't going to make
in 5 years.
This is a problem that we've got, and for, especially for my kids growing up and their kids, and I need it to be better. I want it to be better. We want it to be better for our families and your families, and because it's hard just now.
Well, a lot of people are saying that themselves, life's hard, but that's a good thing
about we can try and make it better.
But see if life was easy, then would life be the same? Does that make sense? If life was easy, everything's just given to you.
No.
Food's just given to you daily, shopping at your door daily, bills paid for you daily.
It's too divided.
We watched this documentary, and it was a philosopher, and he was saying he's got mates that are multi-billionaires, and they've got mansions, every race car you could think of, every racehorse, they own grounds, property developers, and they're the most saddest people on this planet. But,
yeah.
And they've got billions of pounds in their bank accounts. And this one guy, he's a multi-billionaire, I won't say his name obviously, he says to his kid, I'm not going to help you with any money.
Yep, that's
You
right.
start your wee job. And
And
whatever you make a year,
what was it?
every time you make, I'll put a dollar to every
dollar
you make.
Yeah.
So by the end of the year, this multi-billionaire went, no, I'm not giving my kids the easy way out. and just going, right kids, I'm a multi-billionaire, you've been born to a multi-billion, your father, ain't happening. You've got to work for this. Every dollar you make, I'll put a dollar to it. So just say the wee kid was making 40 grand a year, his dad would dollar to dollar, so that would be like 80 grand. So I thought, that's pretty interesting, that theory.
It was actually, because
was
it
very
makes
interesting.
because a lot of kids do think, like,
Billionaires just, like,
that's it, they're
David Beckham
billionaires.
and Ronaldo and that.
Their kids are
They're
billionaires.
sorted.
They're
But
sorted.
see if I came into that sort of money, the immediate thing you think is if I had kids, that would be them sorted, the private
Of
school
course,
education.
that's what.
But then you think, no, that's giving them the easy way out, that's making life
But
so easy.
giving them a better education. Mm-hmm.
We're giving them a better education, I totally agree with that 100%, but the way this philosopher was putting the terminology across was very, very eye-opening. Now, guys, if you're struggling with any mental demons like myself, addiction problems like myself, mental health, only speaking on behalf of myself, and my missus, then go and listen to a bit of motivational speaking. Tony Robinson's one of the best out there. This man had 50 pence in his pocket most days, giving it to the homeless, giving them a cup of coffee, leaving himself with none. Now this guy's a multi-billionaire that still gives to charities, still he's financial secure for the rest of his days, but this man still works hard as if he hasn't got a pound note in his bank. And also go and watch philosophers. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube you can find out about yourself, and it's like a mirror reflecting back at you, like that's me.
And it's good to know you're not the only one.
And it's good to also, as Tourist says, to know you are not the only one going through this pain up here and here, demonised by addiction problems, alcohol problems.
Just knowing you're trying to better yourself is feeling, it makes you feel good, and being serious about it.
You've got to be serious.
You've got to be serious, and you're serious.
Very serious.
This is dire do it.
This is dire doubt. This is made. I believe this is God's plan for me and my life, and I believe also your destiny is not just a coincidence. I used to think, that's a coincidence. How could everything be a coincidence? Once you start delving deeper into philosophers, quotes, my favourite quote I made myself is, I am very poor in life with cash, but I am very rich in life with love. And that's just a true fact. I don't struggle for food and that, but I'm not rich. I don't struggle for a pint of milk, but other people do. So see, financially, take everything that I own, which is nothing basically, and give me just love, and put love in everybody's souls and hearts. And I want to bang into people and have great conversations, smiles on their faces,
exactly.
Positive inputs, positive plans,
people start to feel good. Like, just even talking about, like, I'm saying, well, all my family kind of plant food. I want to start, now I understand, like, I'm saying to Bob, you want to get a wee greenhouse and, like, start growing my own veg and stuff, just to see what it's like and stuff, because it seems to work for a lot of people, so, and my family seem quite good at it, so I'm going to give that a go. But that's a wee hobby I'm going to pick up. Trying different things.
Another way to start, I'm engaging with the nature.
Yeah.
Nature's
my mother does
it, Tori's grandparents do it. It's very, very, very important. When I'm up at my mother's, you sit Tori, and you see all the birds on the window ledge with all the bird feeders. Now my mum's not got very much in life. Financial, she ain't doing the best, but she ain't doing the worst. She's got a good, nice, wee cosy house and that. But she puts her last money to the bird food and the peanuts and stuff for the birds.
I was saying that about my granddad.
We've become to believe, and will believe, as your way to make a wee bird sanctuary at the back of the garden. And get all these kind of birds come to see us on a daily, because I think it's so.
A wee man at the top of the road tell He's 80.
I've told him
Oh,
that.
man,
He's on
it's
video.
on video.
The man, the wee man up there with the Pakistani man, he's 86, he's been doing it 60 years.
60
He gets
years.
seagulls on his
I
shirt.
don't want seagulls.
He gets wee birds on his
Ugh.
a hat. I'll go up one day, I put a live up with him on it. And you
Sit
know,
and wait
because
on
before
them.
you go, we went through the part of the back every morning, the back of something, and you see the birds waiting on every rooftop. And you
It's
used to see how these
mad.
birds always up there knew that,
Oh,
that's what he was
60
up to.
years he's been doing that.
I'm going to do it when I get a private garden. I only have a shared courtyard.
Take your
Just now.
wee
That's
short.
Lorraine, babe.
Lorraine, get out your wee bit in the back and just say, can I get this wee bit, and even corner. You get, even in Home Bargains, you get wee fences that you could just put a wee corner. They're only, I was looking at them, loads of stuff out there, even a wee tiny corner, and you get a wee, what do you call them, greenhouses out of B&M as well. So not only wee, and just start, just even just do it, just put that as your wee thing. Surely nobody would go into it, looking after it every day and stuff like that, because I think it's pretty, like, you've got to, well, I've killed a few plants in my time, we'll say. Try it. But I'm going to be serious about it this time and, like, put my heart and soul in it and watch. I really want to grow my own lavender, to be honest with you, because it's a common thing to me. Lavender's
Got
great.
lavender there, guys. Look.
Lavender's great for everything. It's actually in baby stuff and everything, so you'll probably know about it. But lavender,
I was an
essential
unbeliever.
oil.
I was an unbeliever to Tori came in my life until
I
the
got it
2nd of
actually.
February. I'll show you. So she was on about this lavender. You put it on
Essential
your
oil.
your 10 pill, and on your pillowcase, and it's meant to give you the best sleep in the world. Then I thought, listen, I've took every drug in the book in my time, and I never got the best sleep. So how was this wee bottle? So I turned serious back to my faith,
Well, it's all
and I says,
homeopathic.
Tori, I'll try this. So she put it on there, on the pillowcases. She still does it. See the sleeps I'm getting with this wee bottle, and I'll be the side of the bed. I'll be the bed, side of the bed. You put
It's
it
a
on
lavender essential oil.
lavender essential
Honestly,
oil.
just Google it. And
Just Google it.
you need to, like Bobby said, you didn't believe it.
I
How
never
calm
believed in
did
any
you
of this.
feel?
I felt so
be
calm.
honest.
I had anxiety attacks. Guys, my heart does that. You've probably all got it.
Here it is, here it is.
Let's see it.
Right. Mine's
Oh, there it is, there,
snowing by
guys.
it.
Yeah, how much you for this, babe?
That was a pound out. You
Yeah.
do get more expensive one, but that was a pound out of Savers.
Yeah, I'll put it on normal for you, right? Yeah, right. So, that wee bottle there, right? What's guys? Right, so,
And you can put it in like your incense if you've got
Right,
but
so-
oil burners.
there you go, right?
You can put it in.
You got on my finger. Temper. Wee bit, the smell of the wee bit there. Brilliant. Wee bit there,
Oh,
there.
it's don't put it
There you go, perfect.
just on your temples
Now-
as well.
And it's just on your temples and your pillowcases. Now, if I go and jump in my bed after a bath with the missus and do that, which we do every night, see the sleeps I've been getting have been brilliant. I was a skeptic of all this. I thought, Tori, what's for you, babe, is what's for you.
And
It's
I
for
drink
you.
chamomile tea at night as well.
And
Bobby
she's got-
doesn't like
No,
this,
she's
but
got me
he's
doing similar stuff, like
Similar,
the caramel,
but-
the caramel.
chamomile tea. It's nice with
My one does
spiced
that as
apple
well.
and sugar, but no milk in them. Never put milk in it, but even that calms you if you've got anxiety. That calms you and like. My
So
nana
the bottles
taught
of
my
lavender
nana taught me.
scents,
So lavender's a big thing in this household.
Lavender candles, etc. So guys, and what I found as well is, you're going off touch of the programme to stop drinking water. Tori has been drilling in my head for the last year, water. So I've started drinking water again. And see what you're getting from drinking water,
Oh,
it's unbelievable.
definitely.
Especially when you're going through, you're demonised, and you're and empty bottles. But this water here, and I mean it's only for little. You get a crate.
But see the watermelon one?
Much is that, darling?
For 6 bottles, $1.29.
$1.29 for 6 bottles. I'm up to 4 a day, and I'm finding that my whole body is getting filled with pure, natural, grafted simplicity.
Honestly, see this watermelon, it's the best watermelon water I've actually ever tasted. I feel like
the benefits
watermelon.
of water, that what I've just done, put that in your pillowcase. Please try it. 99 pence to whatever cent.
It's like whatever savers or just
Um,
you get, and you also get sprays that you like. There's loads of stuff. It's in baby talking but not a lot of people know about the essential oils because that's the main ingredient, obviously.
so if you're having sleepless nights, etc., etc.,
Doesn't
go
it
to your
help?
local pharmacy, a local home bargains,
That was savers.
savers, and ask for lavender. Come home,
It took me a while to actually
10 pill,
find
10
it.
pill. Do that in your pillowcase, and see when you lie down. I smell it now. We're just putting it on. It makes.
It's like your body's alive.
It's like medication. It's like your palpitations and that just go away. I do it every day. Twice what she said I was doing it for about, 4 or 5 weeks? 4 or 5 weeks. And the outcome of that wee bottle there is unbelievable.
Especially for anxiety.
Especially for anxiety.
Honestly.
And that when you're trying to get to sleep at night and then my thoughts are going through your brain cells.
It's like you smell, it's like you smell it, it's like you smell and
It's just someone was a bit of skeptic like me. But I went, well, the missus is doing it and all I smelled was a crumb from her pillow. And I went, babe, put that on me. So she's done it. And see that night I got the best sleep I've had in 10, 15 years. In fact, I'm in the sleep. I'm getting me this bottle of lavender. I mean, years ago on a Sunday I used to have a certain bottle in my hand which was disgusting. That I was put on, and it was a classy drug to get me off a certain drug. I'm not going to say the name on this channel. It's clued up about all this and her family and nutritionists and that. And Tori's been doing this for years. Vitamins a lot. Water is very, very important.
I know all these wee things that help, but like Bobby showed me into church, so he showed that I've always wanted to get into, so that's something that I'm really thankful for him as well, obviously. Showing each other different things and knowing about different things. Sharing it with you, if it would come back and say, well, that never worked for me. It's not a magic spell, it's just,
it's not a magic spell.
But it helps, and see all these wee things like taking your meds, taking your, getting lavender, going for a walk, getting fresh air, working out's a big thing for us, obviously. For my mental health, it's especially.
Church.
And the church is huge now. Reading.
Self-education.
And that's
motivational speaking.
And when you do think about it, but I'm busy because.
That's just what works for us guys. We're not going to say that it's a miracle and everyone.
But I bet you it helps. It can't not help.
I cannot help because I was skeptic.
Do you know what I mean?
I was skeptic when I asked to Tori up won't help me.
Honestly.
She went, okay babe, I'm doing it. I've been doing it for years. I went, fine.
Because I was missing that.
So she got it. And even the first night when I never tried it, Anyway, that night I was like, that can't be a placebo effect, Pete Lavender. But my mum's doing it. She's very unwell at the moment. But like what all
See if you get a better sleep. If you
need,
don't you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Sleep's a big thing as
it
well.
might not work for everybody. But it's a real deal. 99 pence, you could buy dearer ones, but that does the trick for us.
Put it in your oil burners, like if you put water, put a few drops it in your oil burner so it's like smelling around the house and stuff. Everything's calming, isn't it, baby?
Yeah.
Calming.
Candles, stuff like that, lavender candles,
bath. See, having a bath, yeah, you even get lavender bath salts and stuff like that we had there, and like having a bath and going to bed fresh and just kind of like sometimes you can't be asked or what when you're in that frame of mind, but see when you come out you feel a hell of a lot better and you lavender on you and you just get a good night's sleep if that's what you're needing with anxiety and stuff as well.
Very true, very true. I like to hear the missus speak because, as you say, don't know it all. Never know it all. I will never know it all to the day I die, but I'm trying to get as much information absorbed to pass that down, even if 1% of the 1% catch on to these kind of wee things. And maybe give it a try. What have you got to lose? You've got none to lose. If your life's that bad and you think you're in a bad situation, like we all do, we all have, then give it a try. You ain't losing, you're only losing a pound. Tops, if you want to go dearer, as Tori was saying, go dearer. But I don't think it's necessary. I think that wee bottle there, lavender is lavender. What it says on the bottle, the tin they say, but it's lavender. Keep it away from children for the external use. Do not have influence on skin. Do, apart from the temple organisation, a broken or irritation skin may cause, but it's lavender, it can't do you any good. That wee bottle of stuff there for 99 pence gets you to sleep. The minute you put that on your temples, and have you ever had a migraine? You over stress and overthinking, and it's just boom, boom, and you're sitting. You can't be bored watching TV, talking. It's like you're just empty. Your soul's destroyed. Well, that there story was saying, I was a skeptic. I went, babe, I ain't using any of that stuff. That's where I went wrong. You get me born because I thought, I'm me born Mr. Know-All. No, I'm going back. I've spoke to certain people that I need to speak to, and I need to do this reset and restart, and that's what I'm doing. Second day into it, I feel like a new man, isolating myself away from the whole world. I feel like a new man, isolating myself away from so I'm doing violent attacks. That's not going to help me and get me to where I need to be. Like yourselves, if you listen to every person in the Bible to say about you, you would feel that size. And when you're already, those mad thoughts go through your mind, suicidal thoughts could occur, which I'll would I act on them? Well, nearly have a few suicide thoughts. Now, you've got a man called Andrew Tate in today's society that is banned from every school. You cannot mention his name, thank the Lord, the Lord, because he is trying to brainwash kids into believing. Yes, he is trying to brainwash today's society into what you should be. I agree with some of the man masculine stuff and all that stuff. Yeah, it's great, but women are not slaves. Women are not your objects, our objects, i.e. women are the beautifulest people on this planet. Women, i.e. women, they're your queens. Without women, they give birth to babies. We can't have babies. We can create babies together. And they've got mother instincts, they've got everything, they've got love. They're there to listen, there to help. And me being a man, I could only do what I can do and give back the love my missus gives me and give you guys. And I'll give you love, not a problem. I've never met you, I've met Lorraine and Armand, I've met loads of people on other YouTube channels, and still to this day, believe it or not, I pray for every single person on YouTube. It doesn't matter what they're accused of, what they've done in a court of law, I still wouldn't care, because I'm not here to judge people. I'm here, I'm not way to dwell on what people are accused of on YouTube, accused on social media platforms. It's unhealthy for your brain, your internal dialogue, your internal feelings. Remember, we have families, us. I have to be selfish with my missus for our family outside of us. You need to be the same, i.e. with
For
us.
to be strong for our families, we have to be strong.
I cannot feel
have to
sorry
be
for every
better.
single person. What I can do is pray, and God
And
may
talk
answer
like
these
what
prayers.
you're doing.
Fighting it. You speak the biggest load of crap I have ever heard in my life. Okay, mate. Thanks. Just one comment.
One comment.
One comment. One negative comment. Mate, I'll pray for you, but at the same time, I can't have negativity on this page, so you will be blocked. Bye, mate. Enjoy your life. See you later. There you go, you're blocked from this channel. You're blocked.
That's just
You're
the way
blocked,
we need
mate.
to
That's
be.
the way we need to be. Selfish. If I'm talking the
Because
biggest load
all
of rubbish,
these
then
made up accounts
all these
and
made up accounts. If I'm talking the biggest load of rubbish about what you're listening for, kiddo, and I will pray for you at church tomorrow, and I mean that. So there's a great example of trying to
rile you up.
rile people up, and it doesn't work. It's actually a wonderful tool to have in your arsenal to be able to just keep calm. It's only a comment. It's not a death in the family. It ain't a casualty in your family, or your friend, or your friend's family, or your neighbour's family. It's only a comment. Now, if you to read into every single one of these comments, it could push people over the edge. You would lose a plot. Me, certainly not. But you've got people that
Me,
are platform.
maybe.
No, not you, baby. I'm on about these other people. Now, this person that's saying talking about a lot of crap ever, well, he must be in a very unhappy place, because I believe I'm talking a lot of sense here. I know I'm talking a very lot of sense. Because it's coming from your inner soul, inner body, it's coming from God, it's coming from my higher power. It's me, it's us, and we are creating the best channel.
Because you're not jumping about like
Because I'm not jumping
drama
about
and
talking about drama and people in the Philippines and that word is all using about kids and children and risks and all that. Well, I ain't into all that, mate. So as I said, you're here for drama, it's the wrong channel, and I don't mean that in any nasty way. I'm talking a lot of sense, believe me, mate, I'm a clever man. I'm talking sense, a very lot of sense, because see what I'm speaking about, everything works. Do you think I'm just coming on camera and saying try lavender? Obviously,
can't really make you feel like you would never have done that.
never have came on and talked about lavender and candles and that, right? And water and stuff like that. I don't claim to be any psychologist. I'm just someone that's lived a poor life and done bad things, i.e. breaking the law in the first place. That's a sin on its own. Treating people disrespectful, like the police, what I've been like. It's the wrong attitude to have towards life, and you've been brained and conditioned for family members, mates to be anti-authority. Wait a minute, who am I to be anti-authority? I've actually got mates for school that are in the CID and police that have actually lifted me back in the day.
That's why I was laughing at.
By what authority? It's in the book, by what authority? I've got mates that good pals like that. People know who I'm on about from Adler. I won't say their names because their mums used to be their partners with my mum. Anyway, they went on to be CID and I can't be on it authority. My missus has not got a criminal conviction, so
It's
me
a
being
job
on
for them.
authority is a job. I hope when your sons and daughters peak to that age, you never know, they might be on what they may be wanting to be a policeman, woman, lady, whatever, a fireman.
Lorraine's son's training to be a doctor.
Oh, so she is, Lorraine. Well done to
Our son.
your sons at uni to be a doctor.
Training to be a doctor.
Brilliant, Lorraine. Absolutely tremendous. The anti-authority is up my mind. I've got to be nice to every human being to a certain extent. You get the drift. I would not sit in a room with me certain people that,
No.
because that's not me. Me certain people that have been convicted of certain things, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but that ain't me. I think I'm the only person on YouTube with a channel that showed the subs and that the truth, and that's where I'm going to draw a line, because I don't want to go down the rabbit holes. There's a lot of negative people on YouTube because they ain't making money off their YouTube channels. I'm not here for money. Stayed it for the start. Never took checks, free D5. Most of them, yes. All I took was a free haircut, free sunbed, the elf-bar shop at the time, a couple of free elf-bars daily, offering us good money. No, my local farm food shop that the newspaper was a wee boy. No, you put as much shopping as you want, chicken, this and that. No. You
No.
could choose me as a sponsor. Okay. Ask my mum, could we use this as a poster boy?
No.
No. But yes, you can now. So, but I'm not taking any. You could get as much shopping into well-being than that. No.
Yes.
No. Ain't taking it because somebody else can be doing with that.
No, I'm not joking.
No, I'm not baby. No.
But unrealistic.
People are abusing very vulnerable and gullible people on this YouTube platform, I'll tell you. Now, it ain't speaking up a school here, and it ain't going to speak up a school. I'm staying on this page. There's a lot of YouTube channels that are raking cash in, guys. And I got offered £2,000 if you want sub. I got offered £250 the other day if you want sub. I got offered a couple of £100, a couple of £50, a couple of £20. No, thank you very much, God bless, but go and spend it on your wee neighbour across the road, the wee OEP that's not got family, and treat her to a wee box of chocolates or something. Take, I want to give. And that's just as simple as that. Everybody's different. People are all, I don't want it all. It's trouble. It's illegal money.
No.
It's not, it's inexistent.
Yeah.
Simple as that. It's inexistent. Existence. That's what it is. It's an existence, and it's taking money from a very, very large, popular amount of the population. Very vulnerable people on YouTube. Now, I've delved a wee bit deep into this story, and the reason why this is happening is because you have people that are on their own. Very vulnerable people. Without family members, without anything.
Sorry, Bob, my member Vanda, now I'm sorry Vanda, we couldn't come across, we had our own private stuff going on. But, remember I spoke, if you're still even there, we had things going on.
Oh, that's okay.
Seemingly, somebody did come and help your neighbour, but I hope that happened.
He asked me for £2.5 and I asked them to send bank details and that one, but I want it clarified. But you never got back to us, it was a scam.
She had no family and stuff, that's where I'm coming from. But we got in touch and just speaking, she was saying.
And this guy reached out and went, Bobby, you promised, which I did. I had serious things going on at the time. I couldn't help that. So I went, okay, I'll pay half the money. It turns out that this guy was trying to scam me. Now, I'm vulnerable. If paying half the money, I looked and went, of course I am. Tried to get in touch with a certain lady, she never got back. I asked her, is this true about this money? No. So a guy tried to scam me and tore it. I was very vulnerable on my own, which these people are that are donating to these channels. Not you who donate your money to whoever you want to donate your money to, but to donate your money to a wee YouTube channel, a channel that's trying to bring one person down, but at the same time there's 99.9% of the same people actually on the same side of YouTube doing the same thing, and skeletons in their closets, etc. Not for me to judge, it's for other people to judge. Not even that, in my personal life, it's for God. Me and my missus do not judge anybody, do not judge a book by its cover from you. I'm only going to help you, not if you help me, if you seek. And I tell you, mate, you've just left me over my name. I've got you in this genuinely been doing excellent in a couple months' time, but you've just made us an end. And so many people, but myself and my wife, vice versa, she's letting out so many people and does. But then there's a certain, you've got to be selfish and you've got to say to yourself.
Exactly, we're helping the right people.
Exactly, but we have the right people?
No.
Well, so far, 1% have helped. No. We've tried. But
and this is our new 21 programme is i.e. what we're doing and what will be the outcome, hopefully. Well, not hopefully. It will be the outcome.
We'll keep our goals to ourselves. We've got goals that we are marching towards. Charity marathons, everything in our power to help these kids if you're going to food banks, to help these people from sleeping on the streets.
I mean, there is a wee bit more helping done to like at soccer players and stuff, but there's a lot more needs to be there.
Hell yeah. This is going to actually happen. This is 2 days of being on the programme. Fantastic that 21 days of your life can re-break, re-snap and restart a bad habit, i.e. weed, Class A, Class B, Class C, Class Z. 21 days can break that mould, even faith, and regain yourself and get yourself back on the right righteous path to achieve these goals, etc. And that's what I believe I'm set to do, with my missus. And that's just a fact. My best friend is my wife. My soulmate is my wife. I've got loads of best mates on the streets, like Toria. But see now, if I take myself away from everybody, family members, the lot. My mum, not quite so much of her. No, I can't be around this. I've done it. It stressed me out.
It's going to be like in 21 days.
Exactly. We are oozing with positivity, oozing with love for our higher power, oozing with love from each other, oozing from love, feel love from our families, even though some family members, I don't see my family as we speak due to this programme, but I feel we're always a phone call away, and now due to the 21 day programme, we're not a phone call away now, but the days will fly by, and once that's done,
the car drive away.
And once that's done, guys, you will see two different people, and I would like you not to even try it now. Let us be the guinea pigs of this experiment, and I will show you a new righteous man from yesterday.
And it will not be just, and that's for the rest of our life.
That's for the rest of our lives, what we're setting up to do here. We ain't setting up to do this
just for a month and then stop. This is reset button.
Reset, restart, you go. Because, as I keep saying, I was abusing my powers of being born again. I thought, I'm born again, but we still cussing, it was still being negative in certain elements, bringing up the past. The past, I've got to let it go. You've got to let the past go. Whatever's happened
The
to me
past does hold you back very much.
It led me to take class A drugs. That's, you've got to put your internal dialogue up and go, wait a minute.
And you can fix certain things of the past if you drop that constant thinking of the past, which I was doing before me and you. You can fix the elements of that when you're what we are doing now. If you know, does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense, baby.
Because
So,
we'll be fixed.
We'll be fixed. And I'll be documenting this. I made a go, guys. In 4 minutes, 6 minutes. As soon as it's 160 mark, I'm off, guys. I just want to come on and show you that we can see the difference daily, minutely, through this 21-day program. I done a lot of due diligence with my wife about this program. I never spoke about that. We just done it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We just done it. We threw ourselves heading first. And
which has been us from the beginning.
Which has been us from the beginning. But I was getting led astray. By no fault of anybody else's. People from you, even though a lot of my mates have been critics in the last couple of days, from the Tory, you're distancing yourself from the boys. You're well-known people, but they've got wants now. In the same sense, they're telling me, but I've got wants for 10 murders, and I'm going, I don't want to hear this kind of stuff. I've told you, mate, reset, regroup, and bounce. I've got to be selfish, but all that ain't fair on the boys. You're all a couple of years older than me, of course it's fair. I'm 34.
And where were they at certain points?
And I know, but we can't go on about where they at certain
No, I'm just
righteous people.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Where were they when, the story I told you about a certain individual that had these kids in that, and I'd walked something for my family, Victoria's family, Victoria's kids, and most of all myself and my higher power. And then for me to become a better person, it makes this channel a better place and the people better people. And if they could follow the blueprint, that's great. If they could take a bit of advice, that's fantastic. If they want to laugh and say it's a waste of time and talking maniac, well, that's your opinion, but you will see that they will still be seeing the same comments in the time that this is finished, and you will see, and they improve me. My aim is 2 stone for now in 19 days, which I'll do, not a problem. I've got a nutrition, my family, my missus's family picked up things. My missus has picked up from my family nutritionists and that, right? So I'll put this weight on. I'll come back and I'll show you what stress done and what re-stressing and re-motivating and re-paying and restarting can do within the matter of 21 days. That's all it takes. Guys, I'm going to get going. Take care. God bless. I knew that until we're committed and opened up. It was like, babe, of course I'm taking it serious, but she went, you're not. You're getting in your life where I'm not a wee boy anymore. I ain't going about like a wee hooligan and a wee bar active users. We always say we were never meant to be in this situation. Well, I certainly was destined for. Promise me on that. I promise you on that. I promise my wife, my mum and my family, brothers and my brother, my 6 that their mum and dads have problems, i.e., well, there's someone that these wee boys, it's not looking good to them. And I'm looking at these brothers and nieces and nephews and say, pal, with a fantastic story, wife, and this story. Our shop up these all, we all pray for these at church, and that's a fact, 100%. Do you not feel like you, people